What's up YouTube, it is Essay here and welcome to the third episode of our career mode series with Swansea City. So we have a match against Sunderland here and we start off the match brilliantly in the 39th minute. Dede almost causing an own goal there, but it does come back off the bar, and it wasn't much chances in the first half, which meant that the score at the half-time whistle was 0-0. And in the second half it was a lot better, there was a lot more chances in the game. But unfortunately, it was where Sunderland to first score. As you can see here, they split through my defence, and Colback scores there with a brilliant finish. Look at that for a pass there, very good pass. I couldn't really deal with that. It was just too much of a good pass, and that made it 1-0 to them. And then I did have a chance here in the 67th minute. The goalkeeper saved it, and then Dede, the one who almost caused the own goal earlier in the game, did cause an own goal there. As you can see, a very funny own goal, and that made the score 1-0. But then in the 88th minute, at the end of the game, Cecinio there scored a beautiful volley there, well controlled volley. As you can see there, I should have defended a lot better there, but you can't take anything away from Cecinio there. Very good volley to make it 2-1 at the final whistle. And that awarded my first loss of the season. A very disappointing result for me to concede that late, but hopefully I can get some more points in the next game. So our next game was against Aston Villa, and this was away as well, so it was a tough match. But I did start off well there. Pablo Hernandez taking a shot at the goalkeeper, he saved well. But as you can see there, Vorm as well saving well, and they did a score first in the 28th minute. As you can see there, a very sweaty goal by them, and the defender really couldn't deal with that, and that made it 1-0 to Aston Villa at the half-time whistle. And in the second half I was hoping to improve because I was very poor in the first half. As you can see, I have a chance here with De Guzman, but it was well saved by the goalkeeper. And then in the 67th minute they go through, but then Vorm saves well again. Very good goalkeeping by him, and the match finishes then 1-0. A very disappointing result again, because as you can see there, I did have quite some chances, but again no points for me. And our third match, of this episode, was against Stoke City, and this was a home game, and I do take the lead in the 17th minute here. As you can see here, Dyer with a beautiful goal there. It was off the rebound, but it was a very good finish from him. As you can see here, De Guzman takes a beautiful shot, goalkeeper saves well, but then a very good finish there. I was thinking a split second it was going to go over, but it did just creep under the bar. And then just before the half-time, I do get a free kick here, and I thought, why not try the shot here? And I did, and look at that for a goal there. De Guzman with a free kick, very good free kick from him. As you can see here, the technique on that was beautiful, curling it around the bar, and the goalkeeper really did have no chance of that, because look how close it was to the bar, and he just couldn't reach that one. Very, very good goal, probably my best goal so far scored with Swansea City in this career mode series. So that made the score 2-0 to Swansea City, a very good start. And just before the half-time, Cameron scored at the header, which was I should have dealt with that better, but I didn't, and that made the score 2-1. And in the second half, then just before the 70-minute mark, I did go through here with Graham, but I just messed up there, and as you can see, I just lost the ball way too easily. I should have crossed that in. And in the 80th minute, then Graham, I go through here, and a very good save there by the Stoke City goalkeeper. He kept them in the game for most in the second half, and that meant that at the final whistle, it was 2-1. Did finish 2-1, so we were back on track with the points again in the Premier League season after those two losses earlier. So our next match was against a very tough Everton, and we do take the lead here in the 23rd minute. As you can see, Danny Graham snatching the ball off the defender, running through into the box and smashing it into the top right corner. The goalkeeper had no chance of that. Look at that for a finish. A very good finish there by Danny Graham. I think he is the top goal scorer so far for me and in the whole Premier League. What a start he's had to the season. But then they do get one back here. As you can see, Lee Osman in the 26th minute. I do get a little bit unfortunate there with the rebound. And that did make the score at the half-time whistle 1-1 between Swansea City and Everton. And in the second half, it didn't really get much better for me because I was playing very poorly, very poor defending by me. I should have dealt with that. As you can see here, Jelavic, another header which I conceded in the season. For some reason, I have been conceding a lot of headers. This may be due to the height of the defenders, which I'll have to try and sort out. But as you can see, that in the 82nd minute, I do have a chance there, but unfortunately, I just can't make use of it. And then in the 90th minute here, Routledge takes a very good run, passes it to Dyer, then Dyer passes it to Sakira, and he just runs around the defender. The defender just go to sleep and smashes it into the left corner, and the goalkeeper again has no chance with that, and that made the score 2-2. And in the final whistle, that was the score, which claimed me a point, which I was very happy about, because this Everton side was a very good side, and I was happy to claim a point from them. So our next match was another match against Stoke City, and they were looking for revenge here. And as you can see, we do go wide in the first few minutes with Routledge, but then they do nearly punish me for missing that. As you can see here, brilliant defending there by Williams, gets in the way of that ball. And then in the 24th minute, we have another opportunity here with Guzman. He passed it to Routledge, and then a sweaty goal there by him, but I did desperately need that goal to take the lead. As you can see here, very good pass play, but again a sweaty goal, and that gave me the lead of 1-0 there. And then Jones just runs through my defence. What a run from him in the 30th minute there, and then he just smashes it into the bottom right corner. Vom had no chance with that. A very good run and a finish from him. And then at the 35th minute, they do take the lead here with Schlodraff. I do get a little bit unfortunate there with the shot just rebounding straight back to him, but they did deserve to take that lead because they were all over me later in that half. And then I do have a very good opportunity there. As you can see, Dyer taking the shot, hitting the inside of the post, but he just didn't score, and that made the score 2-1 to Stoke City at the half-time whistle. So in the second half here, we do Stoke go through my defence straight after the whistle, and just Jones again just powering through my defence, just too strong for my defence, and putting in that header. Again, another header conceded, and I really need to sort that out because I have been conceding way too much. And then in the 52nd minute, I get the corner in, and Danny Graham has a free header, and he wasn't going to miss that. I did think for a split second that it was going to happen with Dyer, that the ball was going to bounce off the post, but it did just creep in behind the net. And then in the 60th minute there, Danny Graham scoring another goal. A beautiful pass there by Dyer, and then Danny Graham finishing well. And as you can see here, the link-up play between them has been brilliant throughout the season. As you can see, a brilliant ball of Danny Graham going through the defence, and then the goalkeeper had no chance with that. That made the score 3-3. And then in the 76th minute, they do have a brilliant opportunity there, but Vom does well, and I do get very lucky there with the defender. But thankfully they don't score, and Vom saves well. And then in the 90th minute, this happens. Peter Crouch sticking in the header there. Again, another header scored, another header conceded, and that was very disappointing for me to concede so late in the match, to take away the match from me, because I did come back from two goals down. But that was a very disappointing result for me, conceding in the 90th minute against Stoke, and that was 4-3. So our next match was against Reading, and I was looking for the 3 points in this game as we desperately needed some points. And they did take the lead here, just passing it through my defence. Very poor defending from me. My defence just went to sleep. As you can see, McCleary scoring in the 7th minute, just passing it through my defence. And that made the score 1-0 to Reading. And then in the 10th minute, I do strike back straight away with Danny Graham turning away from the defender and just smashing it into the left corner of the goal, away from the goalkeeper. What a goal from him there is. As you can see here, just turning away from the defender, and then just a brilliant shot, brilliant finish from him. 1-0. And just before half time then, the goalkeeper does make a mistake. I just shoot straight away with Guzman. It comes off the goalkeeper, hits the post, and goes into the back of the net. Just way too much power there from the goalkeeper. And as you can see there, I do get a little bit unfortunate there. Hits the post and then goes in. But just way too much power in that shot from Guzman. And then that made the score 1-0. 2-1 at the half-time whistle. and that was a very pleasing half for me because I did have many chances, but it was poor defending in the second half. As you can see, they just walked through my defence, and Vorm saves well, and he keeps me in the game. And late in the second half, then I do extend the lead to 3-1. Leon Britton there scoring off the rebound. As you can see, De Guzman scoring and shooting has been brilliant for him. What a shot there by De Guzman, and then Leon Britton then saviors the goal with the rebound goal. That made the score 3-1, and so it was at the final whistle, 3-1. Very positive result for me, and we had 3 points in the bag, which we desperately needed. So when I returned back to the menu, I did have a message from Danny Graham saying that he wanted more higher wages. So that's exactly what I did, because I know that he is a crucial player for me. So I increased his salary up to 20,000 a week. And I would see if he accepted that. But then I did get a message from him later saying that his contract length demands were not met. And he's saying that for a couple of weeks he won't be willing to review any contract offer, so I won't be doing any of that in a few weeks. But I did have to focus on a game which I had, a very tough game at St James's Park against Newcastle, and they took the lead in the 5th minute there. As you can see, Marverk scoring a very good goal there, very good finish from him. I do get a little bit unfortunate as their shot first rebounds back to him. But that made the score 1-0 to Newcastle, and then a fight back straight away with Danny Graham running across the box, then shooting it into the far right corner, left the goalkeeper with no chance. As you can see, a brilliant run from him, and then a brilliant finish as well, as usual in this season. That made the score 1-0, and then right before the halftime whistle, Demabat put in a cross, and then Ben Arthur was in the right position then to header in, a free header for him. Very poor defending from me. I should have really been defending that away, but it was a good finish from Ben Arthur. He wasn't going to miss from there. That made the score 2-1, and at the half-time whistle, that was the score, 2-1 to Newcastle United. And the second half, I did try to get back a goal, but it went the opposite way for me. It got even worse. Demabar here, straight away, coming in at my goal, one-on-one with Vorm. He wasn't going to miss that 50th minute goal for him. As you can see, a very cool, calm, collective finish from him. And then in the 80th minute, then Ben Arthur goes through on goal, one-on-one with Vorm. He wasn't going to miss that. Gets a second goal of the game, just chipping it over Vorm, and a very good finish from him. And he wasn't going to miss that. Very good goal from him. And then that is how the match finished. It did finish Newcastle United 4 and Swansea City 1. My worst defeat of the season so far. And I was hoping to get back on track against Wigan Athletic. So our next game was against Wigan Athletic, and I was hoping to get more points in the bag, and I did take the lead here very early in the game with Danny Graham. Another goal for him, another good finish from him. As you can see there, finishing well, Danny Graham, as he always does, smashing it into the corner of the goal, and that made the score 1-0. As you can see, Wigan do have a chance there, but I defended well throughout the first half, which I was very pleased about, because my defending in the last few games hasn't really been up to scratch, but there it was, which I was very pleased about. So that made the score 1-0 at half time. As you can see, there's some poor defending there, and Wigan Athletic could have scored, but they didn't take that chance. But then they did have a chance here, and I make a mistake there with the defender. I should have just smashed that away, but I did just pass it back. And Cone, as you can see, pouncing on the mistake and just smashing it into the corner of the goal. That made the score 1-0. Between Swansea City and Wigan Athletic, and so it was at the final whistle, 1-0 between us two, and I was fairly pleased with that, because it was some points in the bag, which I wasn't getting in the last few games, so I was fairly pleased with that result. And that wraps it up for this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. A very disappointing roll of results there. As you can see, the Chelsea still on top with 2 points ahead of Newcastle United, and we go all the way down to 13th place. As you can see there, we're just on 9 points, and that's not where we want to be. We want to be in that 6th, 7th position, maybe pushing for that 5th position. So it's a very disappointing episode there, very disappointing roll of results, but I'm hoping to improve as I go along, as my FIFA 13 gameplay improves. I haven't really been playing the best either, so I'm hoping to improve on that, and hopefully we can get in the next episode we will play a lot better. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. Please show your support by giving this video a like. Please feel free to comment in the section below, and please subscribe to my channel, because I do have many more FIFA 13 videos coming. Thanks for watching, guys.